What if the very thing you're using to fix your dry, wrinkled hands is actually making them worse? Think about that for a second. You wash your hands. They feel dry. So you reach for lotion. A few minutes later, dry again. So you apply more and more, day after day. But instead of improving, your hands start to look older, thinner, more fragile. The skin feels tight, it cracks, it itches. It almost looks like it's aging faster than the rest of your body. So you assume you just need a better product. Stronger, more expensive, more hydrating. But what if the real problem isn't what you're not adding? It's what you're already doing. Let me explain. A while back, I spoke with someone who had tried everything. Every lotion, every cream, every dermatologist-approved solution. And nothing worked. In fact, the more they tried to fix it, the worse it seemed to get. That's the part most people don't understand. When the solution keeps failing, it's usually because the model is wrong. They weren't missing a stronger product. They were stuck in a cycle that kept resetting the damage. And when we actually looked at their daily habits, the answer became obvious. It wasn't a lack of products. It was a combination of constant irritation, chemical exposure, and something most people never think about. Their skin environment was completely disrupted. And once you see it this way, everything starts to make sense. Because your skin, especially your hands, is not just a surface. It's an ecosystem. A living, breathing system that depends on balance. And once that ecosystem is damaged, everything changes. Now here's where this gets interesting. Most people think dry hands are just about moisture. But that's only part of the story. Moisture is the symptom. The barrier is the system. And if the system is broken, no amount of moisture will fix it. Your skin has something called a protective barrier. This barrier is made up of oils, proteins, and, this is key, living microbes. Yes, your hands are covered in microscopic organisms. Not harmful ones. Helpful ones. They form a natural defense system. They help regulate your skin. They protect against irritation. They even help maintain the correct pH of your skin. Think of them as your invisible shield. You don't see them, but they're working for you every second. And when that system is healthy, your skin stays soft, balanced, and resilient. It adapts. It protects itself. It heals faster. But when it's disrupted, everything falls apart. Now think about what your hands go through every single day. Hot water, harsh soaps, hand sanitizers, chemicals from tap water like chlorine, and in many cases, repeated washing multiple times per day. Each time, you're stripping away not just dirt, but your natural oils, your protective layer, and your beneficial microbes. And here's the part most people miss. Your body doesn't instantly rebuild that layer. It takes time. So if you keep stripping it, faster than it can recover, you stay in a constant state of damage. So your skin becomes exposed, vulnerable, dry, reactive. And over time, it starts to age faster. Fine lines show up sooner. Texture changes. Elasticity drops. Not because you're getting older, but because the environment is no longer supportive. Now most people respond to this by adding lotion. But here's the problem. A lot of these products are made with petroleum-based ingredients, mineral oils, synthetic compounds. And while they may feel smooth at first, they don't actually restore function. They create a temporary illusion of hydration without rebuilding the system underneath. So the moment they wear off, you're right back where you started. Things that don't actually nourish your skin, they just coat it. And in some cases, they can block your pores and interfere with your skin's ability to function normally. Worse, some of these substances can actually pull out fat-soluble nutrients from your skin over time. So instead of restoring your skin, they slowly weaken it. And here's something else most people don't realize. Your skin isn't meant to be alkaline. It's naturally slightly acidic. That acidity helps protect you. It keeps harmful organisms in check and supports the good ones. But when you constantly apply products that disrupt that balance, your skin loses its stability. It becomes inflamed, dry, sensitive. So now you're stuck in a cycle. You strip the skin. You try to replace what you lost. But you never actually restore the system itself. So what's the real solution? There are two simple goals. First, stop damaging the skin barrier. That means being aware of what you're exposing your hands to daily. Reduce harsh chemicals where possible. Be mindful of overwashing when unnecessary. And avoid products that contain ingredients that don't support your skin long term. Second, you need to rebuild what's missing. Not just moisture, but nutrients, and support for the natural ecosystem of your skin. Because once you restore that, everything starts to change. Now here's where the remedy comes in. And it's surprisingly simple. Just 3 ingredients, each one serving a specific purpose. The first ingredient is egg yolk, not the white, the yolk. Why? Because the yolk is packed with fat-soluble nutrients, vitamins A, D, E, and K. These are not just nice-to-have vitamins, they're structural. Vitamin A supports skin cell turnover and repair. Vitamin D helps regulate inflammation and immune balance at the skin level. Vitamin E protects against oxidative stress, the kind that makes skin look aged and fragile, and vitamin K plays a role in circulation and healing. Together, they don't just sit on the surface, they help rebuild what's been depleted. The yolk also contains lecithin and essential fatty acids. Those act like a natural delivery system, helping these nutrients penetrate and integrate into the skin barrier. So instead of coating your hands, you're restoring the structure underneath. The second ingredient is raw honey, preferably a high-quality source. Now, honey isn't just natural sugar. It's biologically active. It contains enzymes, trace compounds, and antimicrobial factors that help keep harmful microbes in check, without wiping out the beneficial ones. That balance is critical, because your goal isn't to sterilize your skin, it's to stabilize it. Honey also acts as a humectant, which means it pulls moisture into the skin and holds it there. But unlike synthetic humectants, it works with your skin's environment, not against it. So hydration becomes sustained, not temporary. And the third ingredient is extra virgin olive oil. Not refined, not diluted, the real thing. This adds a layer of protection and nourishment. It's rich in antioxidants like polyphenols that help calm inflammation and protect against environmental damage. It also supplies additional healthy fats that reinforce the skin barrier, helping lock in moisture and prevent further loss. When you combine these 3, you're not just moisturizing your hands. You're rebuilding the system that keeps them healthy. You're feeding the skin cells, supporting the microbiome, and restoring balance at multiple levels. So here's how you use it. Take 1 egg yolk, add about a teaspoon of raw honey, then add 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. Mix it thoroughly until it becomes a smooth, consistent blend. Take your time here. The better it's mixed, the more evenly it applies. Apply it evenly to your hands. Make sure you cover the entire surface, between the fingers, around the nails, even the wrists if they're dry. Let it sit for about 20 minutes. This is important. Don't rush it. This is where the repair process actually begins. Then rinse it off with lukewarm water, not hot. Hot water will undo part of what you just did. That's it. No harsh chemicals. No synthetic ingredients. Just real nutrients your skin recognizes and can use. And here's the key. Do this at night. Before bed. Because while you sleep, your body shifts into repair mode. Hormones change. Cell turnover increases. Inflammation drops. And your skin finally has time to recover without being interrupted. No washing. No exposure. Just healing. Do this twice a week. Not every day. You want to support the system, not overwhelm it. And you'll start to notice something. Your hands don't just feel softer. They start to look healthier. The texture improves. The color evens out. The tightness fades. Because the underlying problem is being corrected. Your skin becomes stronger, more resilient, less reactive to daily stress. Because you're no longer just covering the problem, you're actually fixing it. And one last thing. Your skin is always a reflection of what's happening internally. hydration, nutrition, hormonal balance, even stress levels. All of it shows up on the surface. So if you really want lasting results, you don't just focus on what you put on your skin. You align what's happening inside your body with what you're doing externally. You focus on what you put in your body, because real change happens from the inside out. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.